everyone, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to be doing a wear test on the AOA Studio Wonder Skin primers. I have the mattifying primer and the poreless primer. I'm wearing them on my face right now. Poreless is on this side and mattifying is on this side. I want to also let you guys know that I'm doing a giveaway on my channel. I'm going to be giving away a Real Her Playbook shadow palette, I believe that's what it's called, and an Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder. What else do I want to tell you guys? Oh, also, I dyed my hair really dark blue. I don't think you guys can tell yet because it hasn't really washed out enough, but my hands are dyed kind of blue, so if you see that throughout the video, that's why. I think that's it. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below for more videos. And if you want to see how this foundation wears throughout the day and my first impressions on it, just keep on watching. So first thing is first, I'm going to be using the Wonder Skin Poreless Primer on this side of my face, and then the Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer on the other side of my face. And the reason why I'm not using my regular primer on one side to show you guys the difference between maybe one of these is because I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. Show you guys how both of these work in case you're kind of in between which one you want to buy, or if you want to buy both of them because they're only $1 each. But for the most part, I used a NYX Shine Killer primer on my face along with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and an e.l.f. HD powder, and that keeps my face matte all day long, just to give you guys kind of a reference. So yeah, I just want to show you guys how both of them work, so that's why we're going to be trying both of them out on my face, and we'll be comparing the two to see which one is better also, and to see if they live up to their claims. So we're just going to start off with the Wonder Skin Poreless Primer, and what I'm going to do, I've already cleaned my face, moisturized. Even though I do have oily skin, I still moisturize, obviously. I'm just going to take some onto this side of my face, and this claims to minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines, leaving a smooth canvas for long-lasting makeup application. That's the poreless one. And then the mattifying primer says, this Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer minimizes shine and creates a smooth and matte canvas for flawless and long-lasting makeup application. So the difference between both of these really is just that this one mattifies and this one doesn't. But they both are supposed to make your makeup last longer and smooth out the face, but this one does mattify. So I'm just going to take some of this onto this side of my face. Hopefully I put enough. So I'm just going to rub this in. Hopefully this goes in, whatever. So I am noticing that this is really smooth and it almost feels like a gel. It doesn't really feel silicone-y like a lot of primers do. It's just gliding on. My skin feels slightly tacky, but mostly just kind of wet. So I am going to let that just dry, and we're going to move on to this side. Okay, so this is a lot more thick. Definitely way more thick than the poreless primer. Definitely way more tacky. And obviously you can tell that the poreless primer is clear, if I didn't already mention that, and that this one looks kind of like foundation when you first take it out of the tube. It has a color, it's like a white paste. But yeah, this side feels so tacky, and then, which isn't a bad thing, but it does feel tacky and slightly greasy, which could be a bad thing since it is a mattifying primer. But this side actually feels really smooth now, which is nice. And I'm really wondering how my makeup is going to go on this side because it is really tacky. Okay, so now that you guys have my first impressions, I'm going to be doing the rest of my foundation, powder, concealer, all that jazz, and my eye makeup, and then the next time you guys see me, I'm going to be letting you know how this primer is wearing. So I almost forgot to show you guys how my makeup came out after applying the primers. I noticed definitely that on this side of my face, It looks a lot more smooth than the mattifying side. So this is the mattifying primer, this is the poreless one. The poreless one looks like, it looks a little more smooth, like poreless, while this one does look smooth, but I can still see some of my pores, if that makes sense. But for right now, I don't have any shine at all besides highlight on my face. Obviously, I don't have any shine, so for the most part, like, this is just as mattifying as this one so far. But I don't really think I have anything much like else to say. So far, so good. I will come back maybe in a couple of hours to update you guys and tell you how they're wearing then. Okay, so I'm back. It's been, I think, about like, let's say like 2 hours, because I put this on around like 6ish. So far I noticed that like the top of like my eyebrow is getting, because I get oily everywhere on my face, that's why I put it like on both sides all the way around. My face is getting oily, obviously, because that just happens all the time. The tops of my eyebrows are getting a little oily, and my foundation is sinking into my lines, which it usually doesn't do that at all. I would have had to have been wearing it much longer for it to start sinking into my lines, and I've only worn it for a couple hours, so that kind of stings. I can notice it more like on this side, and I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't want to go too close into the camera because I get a little bit insecure about showing off all my pores and whatnot. But speaking of pores, I would definitely say that the poreless primer, my pores look like they're sinking in. Like, I'm not sinking in, but they're like more open and stuff. Like, the foundation is breaking up into them a little bit, which is weird. Hopefully you guys know what I mean, like you can get a visual for what I'm saying. When it comes to like pores, I would say that the matte side is better and the poreless side is a little worse. Like, my pores look worse on this side. And then, yeah, I look a little more oily around here than I do on this side. So far, it's not like awful, because they are $1, so I wouldn't say they're awful, and it has been 2 hours already, so it's not too bad for 2 hours. So maybe if you had like normal skin or dry skin, these could work a little better for you. Maybe not the mattifying one, but the poreless one. But for me, I think I have so many like oils trying to peek through my face that it breaks up a little easier. But so far, it's not too bad. I'm gonna wait on it. I'm gonna do like maybe a few more hours and then do another check-in and be done. I'll probably have like my mind made up, but on how I feel about these. But so far, it's not too bad. Hi guys, it's now 10:58. I've had this primer on for about like, let's say, what, like 5 hours now? Obviously my makeup has worn away. I've literally left the house and everything. I went to the store. I walked to the store. I think this primer is pretty good. Like, both of them are equally like pretty decent. I think my makeup lasted a decent amount of time. It's been 5 hours. Like, I could go longer, and I probably will, but this is without any touch-ups. Like, I haven't done anything to my face at all. Like, this is 5 hours, like, from what I started with, like, exactly. And I am like a little bit shiny on the poreless, the clear like poreless primer side. Oily right here, and in between my brows I'm oily, and like above my eyebrows a little bit. Otherwise, like, the matte one works pretty well, and I would say like the poreless one works well too. My pores are showing up a little bit now because of my oils, like the oils in my face. They're kind of separating the foundation a little bit, which I feel like it's not as bad on the mattifying side. Like, the mattifying primer side it's like pretty okay. Like, it's doing fine. I would say it's separating a lot less on this side than the poreless primer side. Like, definitely more oil on this side because I have some here now. I don't really have any here. And then down here where I was noticing my lines, they didn't really get any worse. They kind of just stayed the same. Let's say, like, if you have oily skin, I would go for that. Like, if you want to try it out, like the mattifying one, I would say go for it. I don't think it's bad because I've gotten so much more oilier like than this in an hour using another primer or not using a primer at all. So I definitely think these work. The poreless one, if you have oily skin, I would say skip it because I can see like my skin peeking through and it's breaking up a little bit faster than the mattifying one. So maybe if you have normal to dry skin, I would definitely go with the poreless one. But if you have oily skin, go with the mattifying one, you know? Do I think they're worth the dollar that they are? Yes, I do think they're worth the dollar that they are. Because like I said, I've gotten much more like foundation breakup, not wearing any at all, or wearing one that was just plain bad for an hour. Like I've had a lot of things go wrong with my face, and then I had these primers on 5 hours and my face looks decent. Like it looks okay. So I definitely think that if you're on shopmissa.com and you're purchasing other things, you should definitely give these a try. I don't think they're bad. I think they're good. I think you should go for it. If I had to pick a favorite, I would definitely pick the mattifying primer. It's so weird because this was more tacky and a little more greasy feeling when I put it on my skin at first, but it ended up being the better primer, and my makeup is definitely more intact on this side of my face than on this side of my face. But anyways, for final thoughts, definitely if you're on ShopMissA or you're on the market for a primer that's cheap, you're just looking for something that's cheap that does its job, I would definitely check these primers out. Like I said, they're only $1. So I hope you guys like this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget to go down below and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I am doing a giveaway, so make sure you check that out. I'm going to have a card up here somewhere again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.